the match in the next one. And playing with that pressure right now. Block, Florida, Victoria, and Essex. Florida's not feeling any pressure. They're up by 4.
Florida typically a team who does score points blocking. And so you wondered, would they be able to do that again this year? In these rotations with Gabby Essex in the front row, I really think they can. We'll see if they can carry that throughout all 6 rotations.
Good serve by Stuckey. A tough set for Trammell, gets it over. Victoria. She tooled it just barely. Off of Weatherington for the point. How about a 5-0 start for Florida?
I didn't see that coming.
I don't think many did either. Timeout from Coach Schumacher-Cauley. They'll talk about it. Gators red hot to start the 3rd. Back to Amalie Arena after this. Picking the match 25-18. They have rebounded in a big way, thanks in part to 2 of the freshmen.
Yeah, interestingly, I take a look at the stats here as we're 5-0 Florida advantage in set 3. And early in this match, Penn State had a huge blocking advantage. Guess what? 8 apiece now. It's all tied up.
From the pipe, it is Merzick, and Penn State gets on the board. So what is likely the adjustment here for Penn State? What was Florida doing well, and what do they need to fix?
You know, sometimes it's just the way the ball bounces in volleyball. You know, I think you can't get... You can't go too far into what do we need to change. I feel like that's what Florida was doing in set 1, and it's about playing your own game. This early in the season, there's going to be errors. I think sometimes you have to take your eyes off your opponent just a little bit and focus on playing your own game.
What a swing in the left pin by Kennedy Martin. Speaking of freshmen, my goodness.
That's Kennedy Martin playing her own game. Early in set 1, I think a freshman on the floor in a big-time environment, thinking a little bit about the block and the opponent. But that time, that's Kennedy Martin swinging freely.
Gators have been cool as a cucumber in the 3rd. Set to the pipe again, Stuckey with the dig, but Florida can't corral it. It feels like the Nittany Lions just need a couple of breaks in their favor right now. Gators got out to a 5-0 lead quickly. We say hello again to Villanova. Punched up by Merzick. Out to start. McKissick out of system, pushes right for Martin. Nittany Lions go back to the pipe. And Merzick is picked up. Free ball from Florida. They'll try the slide to Hudson. Diving pickup by Trinity Adams. Tools the block point, Penn State.
Florida looking for a touch there on a Penn State player before the ball lands out of bounds. We're going to get another look at it here. And I'm not sure that I see anything there, but we are going to get a challenge.
Oh, Mary Wise will issue the challenge, and I mean, if nothing else, even if you lose the challenge, this is kind of one of those that you get to slow the game down as well, because you can feel that Penn State has either settled or adjusted in the right direction. So now for Florida, maybe just trying to slow things down a little bit. This match was really fast to start. It seems like we're seeing some longer rallies as the teams get comfortable.
Yeah, I think for Florida, it took advantage of some matchups that they had early here in this 3rd set with Gabby Essex across the front row. They came out and got some early blocks, had some good matchups, and were able to take advantage of that and get on the board early. That's exactly what they needed. Jess Merzick in the back row right now for Penn State. And in my mind, she's been the most dangerous, really created havoc, I think, for Penn State. And so when she's in the back row, Florida's got to be looking to take advantage of those rotations and score points.
So they'll take a look at it. Our officials for tonight is Kim Wisham is the up official. James Phillips is the one looking at it. Ryan Kutrek and Scott Long are the 2 line judges. Well, Penn State and Florida getting a chance to talk about it just a little bit. A few USF fans still hanging around. Hey, you and I were talking about this earlier. The first match we had today, Georgia Tech and USF. If you look at the box score, it just kind of looks like a straight sweep, but they look pretty good.
Yeah, USF really put some pressure on them, particularly in set one. Came out with a really fast style offense that took Georgia Tech a while to catch up to. In fact, it took most of that first set for Georgia Tech to kind of catch up to the speed of their offense.
They were looking to see if it hit her hair, and they will say that is a Penn State point, so not enough to overturn it. And we remain at 6-3. Along with Missy Whittemore, Ryan Cartwright, Kolyakova, our producer tonight. It's been a great effort by everybody on the road to Tampa Bay Invitational. It's been fun to watch. They'll try start. Gators picking up Stuckey outright. Perfect placement for the point. Gators tack on the extra point.
That time we get a look at Kennedy Martin over on the right side. And Kira Hudson on the left out there as we get to see the double freshman look, Penn to Penn.
Well, the way this match has gone tonight, that's been one of Florida's stronger looks. Here's McKissick to serve. She'll dump it, and she'll get it. A veteran play by the grad transfer, Mac Pedraza.
And just when you forget that she's a front row setter, that she has that ability, boy, her timing is so good. Here we are into the third set, and we've yet to see that. And of course, she knows Anna Dixon right now playing middle for Florida. Not as much middle blocking experience for Anna Dixon as for some other middles, and she knows when to go for it.
Hudson is stopped. Florida punches it up. Outlet for Merzick. Stuckey. Back set right side. All the way into the bench and a free ball by Penn State. Back to her. Second time's a charm. Point Florida.
Wow, look at the effort here from Grimes to keep this ball alive. Great defense on the part of Penn State. What does Florida do? Right back to Martin. You're expecting Stuckey there to reverse the flow, but she just gives it right back to Martin. I love it when setters do that.
Gators will try the left side with Hudson. Couldn't get the touch point, Penn State.
And with Florida, two freshmen out of the pins, I think you're going to see a little of this. At least early in the season, you're going to ride some highs and lows. You're going to see some swings like we just saw from Kennedy Martin that look like All-American swings, and then you're going to see some misses for these young players as they feel their way through the college game.
When you've got young players like that in the pins, what's the key to minimizing the lows?
You know, I think the work that they have put in the gym, because they play against such great players in their own gym, that's what minimizes it.
Maximizing her opportunity, Anna Dixon.
Anna Dixon is such a talent. She is, so unique in her ability to do so many different things. There's one thing I think Florida would say at this point in the match is there's more there. They can get more out of Anna Dixon. We talked about where are they going to find offense. Well, these freshmen are showing up big time, but I certainly think they can get more from Anna Dixon than they've gotten so far.
Stuckey for Victoria. Rings the hammer. Gators by 5.
And that's a perfect connection. That's a connection of two players who have spent a lot of time on the floor together. And unfortunately for Stuckey, the setter for Florida, there aren't a lot of attackers on the floor that she's spent a lot of time on the floor with, aside from Sophia Victoria. And that time you see just that consistency between the two of them.
Well, Mary Wise had talked about Victoria, in the offseason, said playing like seniors do. Cross-court shot for Penn State. She said she loves to see that because of the different level of confidence and maturity that brings for somebody like Victoria.
Yeah, she you know, she has such a dangerous arm. And then you look across the net right now at Jess Merzick for Penn State. Wow, she has the ability to score a lot of points. The good news for Florida is that she's made her way across the front row here, already in right front, and hasn't done too much damage. They've got to minimize her rotations.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Stuckey to Victoria again. That 5-4 connection has been tough to stop. Dixon will serve from back right for the Gators. Out right. 2 long point Gators. No touch for Merzick.
It's a difficult ball to really attack well, coming over your shoulder like that from Mac Pedraza. And so what they do here, if you just noticed, Pedraza sent her over to the left side of the court. So they've got 3 attackers stacked on the left side that allows her to more easily set Jess Merzick.
Big swing by Merzick. Comes right back with the kill. That's her 10th.
And that's exactly what they do. They stack all 3 hitters. It's a little bit awkward, but when they need a kill and they need Merzick, you can expect them to do that. Then what they do in that situation is run Trammell behind and Zoe Weatherington right down the middle, which is actually a really good option for them as well.
Speaking of, Jess Merzick will send it away. Victoria is rejected. Trammell and Weatherington combined for the block.
And again, when those outside hitters get blocked, you feel like on both sides of the net, often it's those hitters either a step ahead or the set a little behind them. And so it's early in the season. We're just seeing some misconnection. I also think we're seeing some of these hitters just really excited here in this first match. Sometimes they're about a half a step ahead.
And here comes Gabrielle Essex. Like a freight train at that right pin.
I tell you what, Gabby Essex on the slide can be just absolutely lethal for Florida this year if they can pass well enough to use it consistently.
Pedraza goes right for Weatherington. 2 wide, Gators by 6.
I certainly like the idea by Weatherington. Power it down the line, just a little wide.
Stuckey serving again. Into a perfect spot for the ace. Alexis Stuckey gets it done from the service line. That's her 3rd ace.
We saw a couple of misses from her early in the match, which seemed very uncharacteristic, but now we see why she had those misses. She was very specifically going for a spot, and it's paid off because we've seen a couple of aces now.
Gators on a 3-0 run. Weatherington. Tooled it. Now put an end to it, Penn State. Grabs back one.
Weatherington with all kinds of power behind that swing. She is so good at just blasting it off those blockers' hands.
Weatherington, one of the most experienced on the floor for Penn State. What sticks out about her swing?
It's just such a hard swing. She doesn't take anything off of it. So as a blocker, like I said, even when the block is there, she can just power it off those blockers' hands.
It's like a big blue sledgehammer. She gets it done for Penn State as the Navy Lions pick up another. Solo job this time by Allie Holland.
That ball feels a little low to me as you see Gabby Essex sort of dropping her shoulder there, but goodness, Holland does a good job of dropping her hands to take that shot away.
Got the touch, point Gators.
Kendi Martin really settling into this match.
Gators still up by 6. Off the hands. Stuckey. Out right. Vicious swing by Florida.
Wow, left side, right side, same result. She swings with a lot of power. Look at Trinity Adams' ball control. Gotta love it. She swings with a lot of power, but the high contact point, she's going over these blockers at times, Ryan.
Kennedy Martin has been impressive tonight. Tough set for Holland, and she makes it work. Kennedy Martin, a banner day to start, facing the number 18, or the number 8 team in the country in your first match. 12 kills on 28 attacks, 5 digs, 3 blocks. I'd say that's pretty good.
Yeah. Definitely something to build on, wouldn't you say? I think that's a good starting point.
I think that's pretty good. Danny Vilnovic unloads one to Florida. Hudson, she got it.
Trinity Adams with an absolutely perfect pass. Really nice job by the core of passers here in Ellie McKissick. Look at Trinity Adams and Kanan along with those two after some shaky passing in set one. Those three have stepped up.
How much has Florida's ball control and passing improved as the match has gone along?
Huge. Exponentially.
Service error makes it a 6-point set once again. It feels like we're watching this Florida team grow up in real time.
Yeah, it does.
It really does.
I think you're so right.
Very youthful group. Gators trying to rally from being down 1-0 in the match early. Steamroll 25-18. With a little finesse on it at the end line. Gators can seem to do no wrong right now.
And as a freshman, to have to use a tip shot is one thing, but to not only use the tip shot, to place it exactly where you want to put it, right where the defense is not. Really impressive outing for Kira Hudson.
That's now 10 kills for the freshman in her debut. What a start to her career. And don't forget about Jess Merzick. She unloads one, her 11th.
The combo of Jess Merzick and Mac Pedraza is going to be, it's going to be something you don't want to face often this season. Those two have the ability to take over a match.
Substitution into the game. This is Menger who checks in. Quinn Menger, Jr. out of Manhattan, Virginia. One of the defensive specialists, and timeout called on the floor. Just a brief pause. Adams out to Stuckey for Hudson. You can't slot it much better than that. Hugs the sideline to get Florida to 20.
Tell you what, Penn State all over Trinity Adams, making her pass every ball, playing keep away from Ellie McKissick. And Trinity Adams, so much credit to her for hanging in there and keep on putting balls up in play. That last one, not perfect, but guess what? It doesn't need to be. Just put it up in that big box. You've got Alexis Stuckey playing setter. She has the ability to get to the ball, put it where it needs to be. I think early in the match, Florida maybe trying to be too perfect at times on passing. And now you're just seeing the control of Trinity Adams.
Does that ever fire you up when you know a team is picking on you in serve receive?
It's got to. If I'm Trinity Adams, I'm like, come on, bring it on. And it happens in every match. You're going to see the same thing from Florida at Penn State. You're going to have a strategy. You're either going to have to go after someone that you think's having a rough time passing, or maybe you're going to go after a really good passer who just happens to be playing in 6 rotations and try to really overload them mentally.
For Dixon. Point Florida. Gators are cruising in the third.
Again, it's that 2-hitter rotation where Anna Dixon as a middle blocker is on the court, and it allows you 2 great pin options in serve receive. So that's a really good serve receive rotation for Florida.
Listen, can you feel it as well that Florida just feels more relaxed here?
Oh, yes. I mean, set 1 was not pretty, let's be honest. And so I think that's going to make you feel pretty uptight as a young player.
That looked pretty as well. Service ace Gators. There's been an aspect that Florida has improved as this match has gone along tonight. Serve, receive, they seem to have gotten better every time they've stepped to the line. This time Dixon makes the most of it. A tough serve for Penn State to handle.
And Penn State back in the rotation where they stacked all three attackers on the left side. I'd expect a ball out to Merzick.
All right, Nostradamus, he's got a kill.
And there it is. Just what we were thinking. It's not a question of where they're going. It's a question of can you stop it. And stopping Jess Merzick is not real easy. They send it this time. This time they send Weatherington behind and Taylor Trammell down the middle. But the ball is outside, of course, to Jess Merzick.
Merzick's got 12 tonight. McKissick for Victoria. And too wide cross court, and State will grab a point. So let's say the score holds here. If you're Penn State, how do you approach the next set if you're down 2-1 in the match?
Wow. I think that they have got to get back to really keeping Florida guessing, using all their offensive options, and kind of turning some of their defense into offense now, because they've got some littles in the backcourt doing a great job. So some effort plays to just turn things around and get some momentum back on their side.
Trammell slides it past McKissick.
I think that's a great example of that right there. A long rally where Penn State plays great defense, and then look, in transition, find your middle. One-on-one opportunity. It's not the offense that we've seen time and time again. In fact, we haven't seen a lot of offense out of Taylor Trammell, but that is a great opportunity to go to her.
Florida will spend a timeout here. Penn State has scored 3 unanswered. And, what do you think of